Alice kids, it's Cupcake Kamisama back here and welcome to another video. Damn, this is echoing really weirdly in my ear. Today I'd like to try something slightly different, purely for entertainment purposes. As I live on my own and I have no one around to help me, the Blindfold Coord challenge, as fun as it sounds, is absolutely not something that I can do. My wardrobe is, I don't want to say much too organised because I'm sure there's elements of randomness, but I know too well where things are for slapping on a blindfold and grabbing random things to work. However, the whole point of the Blindfold Coord challenge is to create something completely random. And what's more random than a random number generator? And as soon as I realised that I could go down that route, I thought, let's try that and let's document that. But before we get on to that, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel if you aren't already, and be double sure to click that bell button to get notifications when I upload, because it's not necessarily a regular schedule, it's more of a aim once a month. Reality, as long as lockdown goes on, probably twice a month, give or take. Some of you may know that I have a wardrobe spreadsheet. It's essentially a wardrobe post in that it just contains everything that I own. And when I say everything, I mean everything. I've gone down to including even the off-brand bits that I use in Lolita, so that everything that I could possibly use or even consider using in a Lolita Coord is there, is documented. So when I'm planning things, I don't forget about those. And conveniently, in that spreadsheet, pretty much everything has a number, which means I can just go on to random number generator and let that pick my outfits. And because even I'm not always sure what actual number things are in my spreadsheet, it'll be a surprise to me as well. So it effectively works the Blindfold Coord challenge. Let me put my glasses on for that. What I've done is I made a note of the maximum number of pieces that I have for each element of the Coord. So I've listed each Coord component, which will be a main piece, a blouse, some legwear, shoes, a headpiece, accessories listed individually by type, so rings, necklaces, brooches and hands, so that it includes both bracelets and wrist cuffs and gloves. And I've added a wig, but whether I'll use it, we'll see. If the random number generator picks an OP for my main piece, then obviously I'll skip the blouse. But everything else I will include as the random number generator selected it. And I'm having somewhat of a regret of including so many off-brand things just because I'd consider using them. But yeah, I'll pick the number. I've got my tablet here with the website open. Make a note of what number has been selected, and then I'll check against my wardrobe spreadsheet to see what kind of monstrosity it came up with. Because my wardrobe is large, my wardrobe is diverse, I have plenty of various colours. Surely this is bound to be entertaining if nothing else, right? And I guess at the end, not only I'll show you the complete coordinate, but depending on how bad it is, we might have to scrap it. But if there's a semblance of something working, then maybe you'll be able to salvage it somehow. We'll see how that goes. So, random number generator at random.org, completely not sponsored. Main piece, we need a number out of 42. Generate 12. I know that my main pieces are sorted JSK, OP, skirt, pants, and roughly going from lightest to darkest. I feel like this is a JSK, that one I know for sure, but I don't know which one. It might be this one actually. We'll see. Blouse out of 62. 7. That'll be a short sleeve one. Ooh. Legwear out of 82. 8. Oh, that'll definitely be white. I think the blouse and the socks might work. Or will it be white? I don't know, I can't remember. Shoes out of 21. 15. This must feel like the weirdest national lottery draw. I mean, depending what the numbers are, I might play them next time I play national lottery. Who knows? Headpiece out of 100. Now, I know that I have in my headpiece section plenty individual tiny clips. So I'm wondering whether I should pick 2. Shall we pick 2? Let's pick 2. So from 1 to 100, generate 8. Again. That'll definitely be the whites. Let's pick another one. 43. Ooh, that one I have no idea where it falls. Rings out of 40. 12 necklaces out of 50. Come on, 53. 27 hands out of 27. 8. And random number generators liking the 8 today. I'm not sure what that means. Is it broken? Have we broken it? Brooches out of 72. 62. Ooh. And then wigs out of 13. 9. So the numbers are, really feel like national lottery draw. How many numbers do you normally pick for national lottery? I think it's 6, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So anything up to accessories is your national lottery draw. Got 12, 7, 8, 15, 8 and 43, 12, 27, 8 again, 62 and 9. Now, let's see what kind of a disaster it is. So we've got Baby the Stars Shine Bright, Full of Stars, Bright Starry Night. Okay. I am already starting to have serious doubts about this card. An Axis fan blouse, which has a card suit pattern. It's not the worst so far. I mean, obviously everything will come out once we put it together, but socks. Angelic Pretty Twinkle Carnival, as I thought, ivory, so not the worst so far. Shoes, 15. Ooh, the blue Sussex shop heels. Yeah. Headpiece, 8 and 43. Okay, so 8 is a Sweet Dreamer white and gold head bow, and 43. A pair of wine clips from 2 Days Slow. What the hell, random number generator? Like, so far it's only the shoes that are very much not working. Everything else is kind of red, ivory, cream and gold. Okay, moving on. Accessories. So what do we have? Ring, 12. Okay, it's a gold ring from Primark. Not the biggest one, but not an atrocity. Necklace, 27. A pink Enchantley one. Okay, yeah. Hands, what was it? 8. Innocent World Strawberry Fields wrist cuffs, which are in red, and it's kind of a burgundy red. What on earth? Brooches, 62. Angelic Pretty Chest Chocolate emblem. It's like ivory and gold. I am freaked out. This is supposed to be random. Why is it working so well? Right, wigs. Dallau Home Eudora, the short brown one. Okay. Obviously, I've only gone through things on paper, and it may still turn out to not work. Knowing those pieces and knowing what colours they are and whatnot, I don't think that it will work perfectly. But it's not the atrocity I expected! What the hell, random number generator? Shall we see what it came up with? I am still in shock, honestly. Yeah, let's go and find out. So here it is, the complete card as given to us by the random number generator. And I've got to say, I don't hate it. The thing that sticks out the most in the wrong way here are obviously the shoes. Obviously the pink necklace matches nothing else in here, not in theme, not in colour. But as pink is just a shade of red, it's not as jarring as the blue shoes. Shaky close-up of the ring. And here's that card suit pattern on the blouse. Besides the necklace and shoes, the headbow's probably the next thing that doesn't quite match, because it is more of an off-white, whereas everything else is a definite ivory. Just wigging its packaging. The clips are slightly redder than the dress, but then they match the wrist cuffs quite well. And with so many layers of separation, it will probably be fine. All in all, I'm still spooked at how good a job a random number generator did to have only gotten one thing so very badly wrong. Like, okay, shoes and the necklace. But swap the shoes for some red ones. Swap the necklace for a gold one. And this is mostly wearable. It's not something I'd put together, but it's not screaming at you that things are wrong at a glance. At a glance, you'd look at this and go, oh, that's alright. And only once you started looking into things that you'd start questioning certain pieces. I mean, things can obviously change once I throw it on myself. But I am not mad. So yeah, let's put this all on and see how we feel. And this is how that coordinate looks worn. Honestly, what the fuck just happened? I trusted you, random number generator, to create a complete mess that we could have a laugh at. And instead, we're sat here in total wonder at how you could get it so right. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. I'll insert footage of full body shot, although obviously you'll know the Saks blue shoes are not going to go with that. Having said this, there isn't much that I'd change besides the shoes. If we had wine red shoes and I saw this coordinate, like scrolling through Instagram or Closet of Frills or something, at a glance, I wouldn't have noticed anything wrong with it. I'd probably assume that the person wearing this is on a newer end of Lolita / just building their wardrobe and still starting out. But it wouldn't prompt me to stop scrolling to examine in more detail. It also wouldn't have stopped me in terms of, oh my gosh, this is so amazing, I want to have a closer look. It's just more like, it's alright, I'll move on. Granted, had I stopped, then I would have noticed the little things that could be improved. So, how would I improve this coordinate to make it into something more like I'd wear now? This isn't that far out of what I would have put together when I was just starting out and my collection of builder pieces wasn't particularly big. Incidentally, these socks and that blouse were definitely things that I've had, not the longest, but some of the pieces I've had for the longest time. And I'm pretty sure I've worn this blouse with this dress before. I think, I can't remember. But back in the day, I certainly would have. Right now, this is a much sweeter coordinate than I would have done. I prefer to style this dress in a more classic way. However, sticking with sweet as a base, if I were to improve this, the first thing I'd change is the necklace. Even though tied like this, with the pink ribbon hidden under the collar, it's not too obvious. It's a detail that bothers me because not only it's not within the colour palette of wine, ivory and gold, it's also leaning much too classic for the rest of the cord being so sweet. So I'd swap the necklace, probably for something gold with pearls, so that we have a bit of ivory, a bit of gold, mimicking the pearls from here. I'm thinking I have a necklace from Innocent World that I think would go perfectly with this. That's the first thing I'd change after shoes. Then I'd probably change the wrist cuffs. At a glance, they're not bad. They match the hair clips fairly well. But not only do we have that little bit of green, because strawberry, I don't think they quite go. They're sweet enough, but I feel like we can do better. So I'd probably swap them for the angelic pretty wrist cuffs in wine that I have. They're wine with pearl trims and with gold. And they're, even though that's usually quite a classic kind of color combination and theme combination, but because they're so oversized, they kind of lean into sweet. So I'd change that. I don't mind the ring, but I'd add another one. Probably the brand haul one, which is styled like Baby the Stars Shine Bright logo, because again, it's the right color scheme, but also Baby the Stars Shine Bright logo with a Baby the Stars Shine Bright dress. I think that's a detail that would go quite well. Now that it's worn, I don't mind the head bow actually. I thought I was going to be bothered by it, but I'm actually not. Probably because we have these hair clips which together tie the colours into the coordinate but also keep it on the sweeter side. So even though I was toying with the idea of should I swap the head bow into a wine one and add some ivory bows to the side, I think I'll stick with that, but only because I'm trying to keep the cord on the sweeter side. Trust me, it's quite hard. My instincts want to go classic, flowers, crowns. And then obviously we're left with the shoes. Because this blouse has that card suit pattern going through it, it's so subtle that you really have to get up close to see it, but because it's there, I thought I'd go with the Innocent World wine shoes that I have, because they also have like a T-bar strap heel, and the T-bar is that card suit pattern. So I think it will be a nice way to tie in that little bit of, it's not a theme, it's barely there, but tie the blouse into the coordinate a bit better. And I think that's as far as I'd go in terms of improvements. Have I used random number generator too much recently and it's gotten into my head and it knows what I'm after? Sorry, I just still can't comprehend how it landed on this completely unprompted. Well, not unprompted, I prompted it, but completely on its own. So let me make those few changes I mentioned so that we can see how the coordinates changed with those, and I guess that'll be it. Even though they're only going to be minor changes, let's get into them. Here we are. The wristles are slightly stretched, so they're going to be flopping around. But as I said, not major changes, but I do think they improve the overall look. Again, I'll put in some clips of full body shots because shoes are what makes the biggest difference. But now I think we have colours and themes and sweetness that little bit more cohesively created in the coordinate. I've had to do the necklace up almost choker style because it's not long enough to peek from under the collar quite enough. If I were to wear this, I'd probably change the blouse. Which I guess brings me to the final question, would I wear this? Now that a random number generator has said, here you go, here's a coordinate that I've put together and I've now improved on it, would I wear this? The short answer is no. Purely because, as I said, it's a very sweet take on this dress, whereas I prefer to style it in a classic way. If I saw someone wearing this, I'd compliment them and I'd encourage them to keep going because they seem to have a good idea about colour balance and sub-style balance. Not necessarily theme because we've got a lot going on, but sub-style for sure. And I'd look at this coordinate and think, this person probably just needs to buy a few more bits. This may be what they are working with right now. Maybe it is just what they're into. Maybe they're still figuring it out. So I guess all in all, this cord is slightly confused, but not bad. It's not for me, even though it's made with pieces from my own wardrobe. So on that note, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've been entertained. Let me know whether you'd change this coordinate in a completely different way or whether you agree mostly with what I said. Were you as shocked as I was that random number generator was this cohesive, at least in terms of colours? Leave a comment down below. As always, I encourage you to like this video, comment on it, subscribe to the channel. My aim is to make one video a month. However, recently I've been able to up that a little bit, so it's not just the around your wardrobe in 30 coordinates challenge videos, but a couple of extra bits coming roughly mid-month. So if you'd like to encourage me to keep that pace, then I suggest you buy me a cup of coffee. A link to my coffee page is in the description box below. I have also now started a Patreon. So if Patreon is more your thing than coffee, then the link for that is also in the description box below. And as always, I encourage all of you to check out my blog, which is Cupcakes and Unicorns, where you'll find more Lolita content. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye!